It is time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. This is a double feature where two segments are combined into one episode. And now, here's the host of the show, Mr. Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1527 of the show. It is July the 6th, 2024, 10:30 p.m. Everything is over. Collision has been over half an hour ago, and a few minutes ago, about 5-10 minutes ago, Money in the Bank is over. So this will be a special, another Shenanigan double feature, two for one special. That's right, and I'm really excited about this. So let's get right into it. I finished live reacting with my friends Brandon, Jordy, Billy, and Chayton, and we had a lot of fun. And we had a lot of fun, kicks and giggles and whatnot, and it was hilarious. So, let's start with the pre-show, the countdown. Kathy Kelly and Jackie Redmond did a lot of interviews. Kathy Kelly interviewed Sami Zayn. Jackie Redmond about defending the Intercontinental title against Braun Breaker. Jackie Redmond interviewed Braun Breaker for a rebuttal. And then Kathy Kelly interviewed participants for the Money in the Bank. She interviewed Jey Uso. Kathy Kelly also interviewed Tiffany Stratton from the women's side, and from the men's side, LA Knight. And then they showed Sami Zayn's doing his comedy show, and at the end, Johnny Knoxville low-blowed Sami Zayn. And as everybody took a bow. And Trish Stratus came out to host Money in the Bank. And Trish Stratus ended up introducing Samantha Urban to sing the U.S. national anthem, while Ryland James sang the Canadian national anthem. And on the main card, the men's Money in the Bank started off. Jey Uso versus Andrade versus LA Knight versus Chad Gable versus Carmelo Hayes versus Drew McIntyre. Heck of a matchup. These two were messing each other up left and right. Jey Uso and LA Knight were the perennial favorites to win it, but neither of them won it. Drew McIntyre won the Money in the Bank. Meanwhile, the Intercontinental title on the line, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I thought Johnny Knoxville would get involved. No, nobody. In fact, nobody else, no outside factors interfered in the men's Money in the Bank either. Intercontinental title, Johnny Knoxville did not get involved, but Sami Zayn did retain the Intercontinental Champion. Trish Stratus comes out to address the crowd. Says, I got a surprise for you. John Cena shows up in Toronto. And John Cena had a special announcement to make. He said the last time is now. Next year will be his last year in in-ring competition. He says he's going to retire from the WWE right afterwards. Possibly to move on to acting. I think that's, he says he's been doing it for a long time, for over 23 years. So 2025 WrestleMania 41 Las Vegas will be his last WrestleMania. So you field all questions about this after Money in the Bank. So yeah, John Cena's time is going to be up next year. When that's all I can say is thank you, John Cena. Anyways, I know a certain someone would be very happy that John Cena is retiring, but nonetheless, Cena is retiring. Damian Priest tells you today he will head out next, and they all wished him best of luck. Looks like Finn Balor's kind of worried. Damian Priest went one-on-one with Seth Rollins. It was a heck of a matchup until Drew McIntyre decided to cash in his Money in the Bank right away. And as he done so, he fought off both Rollins and Priest. And then Drew McIntyre was about to capitalize on the situation. CM Punk came out, beats up Drew McIntyre, And then after that, Damian Priest took advantage of it with a South African choke slam. He retains the title. And CM Punk not only screwed Drew McIntyre, he screwed Seth Rollins. And Seth Rollins is not very happy. And I would not be surprised that after CM Punk gets done with Drew McIntyre, Rollins will be next on his hit list. Or it could be the other way around. Corey Graves had to calm down Seth Rollins. That's how angry Seth Rollins was. Women's Money in the Bank. Naomi versus Zoe Stark versus Lyra Valkyria versus Tiffany Stratton versus Chelsea Green versus E.L. Scott. And this matchup was crazy. It was so crazy. Chelsea Green says she's not going to climb the ladder. As well as to climb up the dang ladder, she's trying to poke at the briefcase with the ladder. I'm like, girl, just set it up and climb it up. Sometimes Chelsea Green can be so stupid she makes Jessica Simpson look smart. Anyways. But in the end, of all people that won it, Tiffany Stratton is now Miss Money in the Bank or Miss Tiffany in the Bank. I know my good buddy Michael Bombardier is not happy about this. Sorry, Michael. We didn't pick her either to win. I picked Naomi. She lost out. But I think it's all part of a master plan. I think Tiffany Stratton's using Nia Jax, and Nia Jax does not notice it either. You know, instead of Nia Jax wanting to win the title, have her wear Bayley out of SummerSlam. Tiffany Stratton catches in, takes advantage, wins the match. Fortunately, that's Tiffany's plan. Will it come to fruition? We don't know. Jackie Redmond was interviewing Trish Stratus from Two Gorgeous Canadian Women. And then Tiffany Stratton interrupts Trish Stratus. Tiffany. And that could be Tiffany Stratton losing out because we know Trish Stratus. Trish Stratus will be, I'll tell you what, unbelievable. And I love it when Trish Stratus says toodles to her. It was pretty cute. Anyways, so there's that. Now the 6-man tag, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. It would be Tama Tonga, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa going at it. Tonga Loa gets involved in the matchup while the referee was knocked out twice. And then ultimately Jacob Fatu got to Cody Rhodes in the end. Solo Sikoa made the 3 count. Had to cover. The referee made a 3 count after recovering. And the Bloodline has won the matchup. I went 2 and 3 in this one. Now we're talking about AEW Collision. Here's the deal. MJF kicked off, like, addresses the crowd, and he addresses, Daniel Garcia, and he calls out Will Ospreay. Ospreay no-showed. MJF decided to rip on the fans. He's got the darker version of Burberry scarf, though. Then Lexi Nair interviewed Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Kyle O'Reilly. Said, hey. And Mark Briscoe always motivates people. They said, let's get going. Trios matchup, Kyle O'Reilly, Mark Briscoe, and Orange Cassidy versus Jack Jameson and the Orange Savages. And O'Reilly, Briscoe, and Cassidy ended up winning the matchup while the Undisputed Kingdom was on commentary during that matchup. Jack Perry decided to dress to be in TNT champion. He said he'll issue an open challenge. Next, issue an open challenge to anybody who wants the shot at the title. Meanwhile, Lexi Nair interviewed Adam Page, and Adam Page is on a mission. His mission? to win the tournament and then go on to face Swerve Strickland All In and win the title. And Lexi Nair reminded him that he hasn't beaten Swerve Strickland, and that angered Adam Page a little bit. Timeless Toni Storm against Trish Adora of the Infantry in a non-title matchup, and Toni Storm ended up winning that matchup. The Patriarchy interviewed the Bang Bang Gang. It addresses the Bang Bang Gang in the Trios Championship, and then Kid Sable interrupts Cage, and he says it's been a rough month, and father died and all, but then Cage, Christian Cage said, might get worse for you. Kill Switch, take care of it, and Kill Switch was beating him off screen. TNT title on the line. Jack Perry against the open challenge. Who responded? Of all people, Marco Stunt. Marco Stunt, I think, has not been seen in 4 years, I think. And Jack Perry beat him to retain the title. Claudio Castagnoli against the Beast Mortos, formerly known as Black Taurus. And Castagnoli has won the matchup. Lexi Nair interviewed Matt Menard. And Matt Menard's like, he says that once Daniel Garcia recovers, he's coming after you, MJF. And he says, you're not going to get the hip-shaking, dancing Daniel Garcia. You're going to get the Red Death Daniel Garcia. So that's what Matt Menard said about MJF. There's a Somebody Coming Soon promo. Whereas that could be Ricochet. We shall see. Serena Deeb addresses Riho making her return. And he says, you want to run it back one more time? Fine by me. Lexi Nair, Rio took on Lady Frost. Riho won the matchup. Then Lexi Nair interviewed Top Flot and Shane Taylor Promotions. They were basically trash talking each other. They say next week we'll face each other in a matchup or something like that. And then the main event, the men's Owen Hart tournament semifinal. Jay White went up against Hangman Adam Page, and the Bang Bang Gang, the rest of the Bang Bang Gang was ejected from ringside. They aren't barred from ringside. And then during the matchup, Christian Cage spears Jay White. Jeff Jarrett gets involved. And in the end, Hangman Adam Page wins and will advance to face Bryan Danielson in the finals of the tournament this coming Wednesday. Well, that's all the time we have on the show. Do not forget, we got NXT Heatwave tomorrow. So, looking forward to that. And I will see you guys later. I'll see you guys later. Episode 1527 is complete, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Like any of my videos, please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, tell everybody you know about this channel. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to take a shower and get some sleep. I got church tomorrow. So, until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.